pay for those taxes. And then they said, well, nobody else has tax control. That's all they get. I said, let's not forget. That's all they ever. I gotta attach my wagon to some of your stories. Well, I just said, you got to call every once in a while. Every once in a while, I do. Thank you. Yep, that's a shot, but it's okay. A lot of the things that we're talking about that make LeBron that guy and that makes Steph the next torchbearer, I don't think Kobe ever got that because Kobe getting into his moment where he really said, I'm that guy. Minus y'all can't give me the Shaq label anymore. LeBron was covered.
So this is really centered. It's just the pictures off, right?
I don't want to be rude here.
For the Cowboys.
I'm right there in the middle there of H, right there.
I see those pages. I just want to make sure we just ignore the picture.
That goes in the old school way. All right? I understand these kids.
What's happening here?
Okay? They try to give it to KD, but KD's so insecure that I don't want him to have. The most insecure player of all time is Kevin Durant. HBO Insecure should be about Kevin Durant.
It is the Academy Sports Show right here, coming from the studios of the unknown studios, of the unnamed studios, secret location. We appreciate you guys listening as always. Thank you. You're far too kind. We appreciate the numbers coming from the iTunes. We appreciate the numbers coming from the SoundCloud. We appreciate all the follows and subscribers coming from all our social medias and every way that you can get in contact with the Academy Sports Show. We definitely appreciate it. And all those mediums is you want to check out our Facebook, Academy Sports Show, like it, love it, comment. You want to check out the Instagram, Academy Sports Show, follow it, participate in the polls. Those don't look at them, participate. That's your thing. And then and iTunes forums, man, the SoundCloud, we appreciate all the new subscribers on the SoundCloud. We appreciate all the comments from all over the globe, people clicking on the links and enjoying the content. So we thank you for that. If you have a SoundCloud, make sure you subscribe. And you can leave a comment there. You can follow and or leave us a message. We'll get back to you. So we definitely appreciate all the love from the SoundCloud and from the iTunes. Make sure you subscribe there. You'll get that notification. If you subscribe to us, it'll pop up on your phone. Say, boom, Academy Sports Show has now uploaded another episode. Last week's episode was Magic Quit. So when that popped up, just click on it. Oscar worthy, I promise you. Headphones worthy, I promise you. So you can take it with you to the gym or driving to work in the morning. You want to make sure you follow us on iTunes as well. And then YouTube. You want to make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Trigger that notification bell. So that way you know every time we're up, just like we are right now as we speak, filming the show. So we got the Audacity going, so we can go ahead and upload that. We got the YouTube going. Hello, YouTube family. We got Joel's Facebook going. So we got lots to talk about, lots of comments to go through, and we appreciate everybody being here with us. I'm your host, Joel Williams, and your host, I'm your host, Andre Douglas.
I'm Andre Douglas.
With your host, Joel Williams.
What's up, everybody? That's a first. That is the first right there.
I got my own name.
Yeah, he's Andre. I'm Joel.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Academy Sports Podcast. It's a Thursday in the D, as I always say, and it's 70 degrees today, but raining.
Don't feel like it.
But it doesn't feel like it, but it's not snowing.
No.
So we are happy in this part of the country.
Most definitely.
Welcome to one and to all. We thank you for joining us tonight in the live. We appreciate you guys showing up. Ralph is in Wisconsin tonight, man. I see you. You guys know if you comment in our live feeds, then we will talk back to you.
Never come.
Never come. I've driven through, never actually been there. But hey, shout out to everybody in Wisconsin that's listening to the show on our podcast or watching this on our live feed. We appreciate you though. It's good to be here, man. It's a good sports week. We had a nice weekend. A lot to talk about today. First and foremost, Tiger Woods, y'all. Tiger wins the Masters. We're gonna get into that just a little bit. Just gotta touch on it. Of course, gotta talk about it a little bit.
Yeah.
Big win for him. Hasn't won in a long time, so we'll give you our thoughts on that today. Also, NFL schedules have been released. And, hey, that's a big deal for us football fans. It's almost draft time. As a matter of fact, draft is next week.
Lions Super Bowl.
So, yeah. Well, so schedules are out, and you heard what he just said. We're going to talk a little bit about that. How do you think your team is set up for the new year? Do you like their schedule? Do you think it's weak, strong? Is it going to help propel them to where they want to go? So a lot to talk about in regards to that. Lions fans, Browns fans, Cleveland! Got to get into that a little bit. Talk about that a little bit. Plus, NBA playoffs are going. They're live. They're kicking. We got drama as always. NBA is a soap opera of sports. So they're doing what we know they know how to do. They have their ways. So we're going to talk a little bit about the playoffs. How's your team doing? What about your predictions? Any surprises? Anybody you worried about in the first round going out early? Or do you think it's just going to be status quo when it comes
Major
to the
injury
end
alert.
of game one? Ding, ding, ding. So with that being said, we got that much more coming up tonight on the Academy Sports Podcast.
You knows it. And we love our sponsors here at Academy Sports Show. Make sure you email us at academysportshow@gmail.com if you would like to be a sponsor or just want to inquire about the requirements to be a sponsor here at Academy Sports Show. But our sponsors here, we love them. We need them.
Yes.
We appreciate them.
Appreciation.
And the sponsor today, right now, well, one of the sponsors today, right now, foreshadowing, is Mike Vaughn's Plumbing. Both licensed and insured, Vaughn's Plumbing provides top quality services at great prices. Whether just to get up the code, waterproofing, or just daily home services, you want to call the man
313-304-7786.
Or you can check out VaughnsPlumbing.com. They'll show you the map that services all the areas that they can get to, or they can get you a quote online quicker. But I suggest that you just call the man.
313-304-7786.
Say the guys at Academy Sports Show sent you, because that man right there is the real MVP. Most valuable plumber. Hey.
And also, we would like to welcome to the Academy Sports Podcast with a big thank you. We'd like to welcome our newest sponsor. And when I say new, I mean new.
New sponsor alert.
New sponsor as of today. Big shout out. Are you looking to buy, sell, rent, lease, or invest in real estate? Are you looking for a career change? If you are, call Nick Bowers and his team at Keller Williams Lakeside. Let the home team help you with your real estate needs. Go to their website at www.thehometeamusa.com or on Facebook at The Home Team. The Home Team, a team you can depend on. Call Nick Bowers at 586-934-9419. Again, that's Nick Bowers, 586-634-9419. The Home Team.
Definitely the home team. Certified, tried and true, trusted for the Academy Sports Show. We appreciate everybody in the feeds. Shout out to Ralph. He said, why does
NBA always have more drama than any other?
They just know how to do it.
They know how to do it.
They know how to do it.
And we thank them.
They
help us go until football season.
When it's that lull before football. All right, well, quick hitters today. Joel already gave a rundown. Tiger Woods gets his
Tiger Woods,
5th Masters, 15th major after knee surgery, back surgery,
3 back surgeries,
spinal fusions,
divorce,
divorce, dragon's name in the mud. He was I think he had like the record.
Didn't he have like a drug addiction too? Was he
something like that? I think it was just sex.
No, he didn't. No, he had. Remember they found him driving and he fell asleep or something?
Oh yeah, that's what started it all.
Yeah.
He got into the car accident.
Yeah.
And
then he had the painkiller situation.
Yeah, he was like.
It was rough.
The cover of Time, or he was like the cover of some magazine for like 21 weeks in a row.
Right.
So it was always it was another girl. It was another injury.
Oh,
so when you talk about comeback, that brother came back from a lot of layers. And it was good to see. I ended up watching the replay on the final day, and it was good to watch him. Just be excited about winning again. It It looked like it was a monkey off his back.
Yeah, it did. It looked his exuberance
Yeah.
when he finally sunk the 18th hole was something to see. I think it was a pleasant thing to watch.
Yeah.
I had to watch the replay too. I was extremely disappointed I missed it. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh.
Because I knew he was playing.
Okay.
And
You didn't think you know it?
I didn't know that's not true. I got out of church and I just forgot it was on.
Okay.
And then I look up and he won in like Tiger fashion, comes back. So it's like, man, I missed it. But I too went on YouTube and watched a nice 11-minute clip of kind of everything that took place that was important.
Yeah.
So
YouTube
that
said you like.
yeah, that was cool to do. So it was a pleasant it was pleasant to see him win again.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm ready to declare he's back. I feel like in golf, this could happen. One guy could win and then he doesn't win for a little while. He wins again.
Okay.
Or is he back to where he can dominate again? Not like the old Tiger, because I think we're past that. But a new version of Tiger, like Mike did. Mike changed his game as Tiger evolved, and now he's gonna start to be
post up phase.
Yeah, he's gonna start getting the turnaround with the leg out, So that's the thing I'm interested to see now. It was nice to see him get the W.
Yeah.
He's a reason why I know I started watching golf when he was younger, when I was younger. So to see this happen at an event that is very big, it's like their opening big tournament, the opening major of the year. And to see him do that where he made history back in '97, that was just a real cool thing to see. So real happy about it.
Yeah, Nick says it was awesome to see. I think he said see. Golf needs Tiger hearing the chants on the 18th hole. Gave me chill. Yeah, they were going nuts, and they were definitely giving him his welcome home. Chant.
Yeah.
And I made a little post too because out of all that, he was down for a while and people dragged him. And probably the same people that dragged him was the people that was cheering him.
Yep. You know how that goes.
You know how that goes. But you got to take it. I think personal wise, he kind of brought that on himself. But the injuries, I think that was the sports side of the comeback story that people would like to see. His body failed him for so long. His swing failed him. He fired caddies, hired caddies, changed his approach, changed his swing, changed his swing back. And golf is it's not a team sport. It's just you out there, So he got all the scrutiny when he was doing great. He got all the praise. So greatest comeback ever, people say. I guess I can give him that. Just, the layer of personal stuff on top of the layer of the injuries. Yeah. You call that one of the greatest comebacks ever.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, if you're talking about like returning to prominence in your sport, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, like you said, if you combine the personal stuff, which we know he did bring it on himself, but with the physical, I mean, back surgeries are debilitating for most people.
Especially a golfer.
Yeah, and he needs that part of it. I do remember seeing him play with the pain. I mean, he would swing a club and then literally drop to a knee. So he was out there trying to live up to that. Yeah, live up to that hype. So yeah, this is definitely one of the biggest comebacks when you're talking about coming back to a sport and trying to return to the mountaintop. Like I said, I think it's gonna be cool to see. Can he stay there?
Yeah, I think it was magnified because it was the Masters.
Absolutely, it was amazing.
Like, if
he's got 3 more to catch Jack.
Right, like if it was a mid-major, like okay, he's catching steam.
Yeah,
to get to a major. But since it was the Masters, like the pinnacle of that's what they all work for is that green jacket.
Yeah.
One of the best trophies. It kind of feels like you're in an exclusive club when you get the green jacket in golf instead of just a normal trophy. I think that magnified his win, and definitely the pressure now is which one now. Now he's going to be the odds-on favorite going into every tournament. Yeah. He's the odds-on favorite going into the PGA Championship next month. So
that's what's interesting.
Now we go like, how does he do this now? It's not like Tiger ran away with it, like he used to, beating cats by 7-8, strokes and just totally demolishing them. He only won by 1 stroke, and it came down to the last couple holes. Just rewatching that now to your you know, you didn't know it was on. I didn't know it was on either. But
no, I knew it was on. I forgot. I literally forgot.
In all honesty, I missed it. I watched the replay.
Yeah.
So I was looking for basketball games. I was
like, so you were on TV at the time.
I was like, maybe there is a game on ABC right now. And then I cut it on, and my man just cut on. He was like, we just witnessed one of the greatest sports moments in golf history. I was like, we did? Yeah. He was like, it was so great. We're going to replay it right now. I was like, all right, okay, let's catch the replay. So I got to catch all that. And then as it was going on, I just couldn't have the suspense for too much longer. I had to Google. I was like, who won the Masters?
Oh,
who won the Masters? It was like Tiger Woods. I was like, all right, I'm going to keep watching.
Oh, no. I can't knock you for that. I do that with football games all the time. So if I know who won, I'm like, okay, I'm going to watch it. If I don't know, I'm
yeah, like I had to watch it. It was good, like to see him just strut out there and get his game on. And this is a guy. I mean, the guy who was leading. I mean, he totally just crumbled.
Yeah,
he had like an Italian last name. He folded badly.
Right.
And then it just came down to a last couple holes. Some guys missing putts. Tiger, made them, and then he won. So congratulations to him. To your point, the pressure of moving forward,
right,
and going to the next major and seeing what he can do there. I just hope that him being quote unquote back doesn't put the pressure on him to have to win every single tournament moving forward.
Yeah, I don't know. That's going to be the interesting part. I think the way the media is and the way we get impulsive in these moments, like you said, he's already the favorite in Vegas and at Bethpage for the PGA. So what I don't want to see is now he's the favorite, and then he doesn't play well, and then it's back to his demise. Like,
was this a one-off for Tiger?
That's the thing. I don't know.
I can hear Molly Karen right now.
That's exactly how they're gonna do it. So
Tiger loses by 8 strokes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Was that a one-off for Tiger?
Ralph says he forgot how excited he used to be for golf as well with Tiger until his updates went off, and he pulled it up. He was genuinely happy.
Yeah.
He said George Foreman had a great comeback as well.
Yeah, that was heavyweight champ in his 40s.
Yeah. The announcer wanted Tiger to cry bad during the interview.
Trying to get him.
That HBO boxing announcer with the questions they asked him. Oh yeah. Are you talking about Jim Gray? That weird boxing interview with who was that he did that with? My man just wanted to knock him out. I forgot.
He always asks stupid questions.
Yeah, he does ask dumb questions.
But I think the moment, when he hugged his son, and then they do the quick pan of him hugging his dad.
Yeah.
From his first major to his last major, and they was trying to get you.
Yeah, they were. They were. They had it queued up and ready too.
Yeah, they was trying.
Hey, Tiger's close. Yeah. Hey, cue it up. Get it ready.
Yeah.
Get it ready.
They was trying to get you, and then I think Nike put out their commercial.
Yeah,
they tried to get you.
Good job, Nike.
So
everybody's capitalizing.
They queued up Jack Nicklaus, and he said his nice things. So.
I want to be Jack Nicklaus.
So we'll see. Comment below. Do you think that Tiger has another major in him? Do you think it'll be a while before he gets another mid-major win? Do you think he's back on the roll of dominance and he'll catch Jack Nicklaus? He's at 15 now. Got to get to 18 to tie.
18 to tie, 1 to win, 19 to win.
So we'll see, man. I wish him all the best. And yeah.
Nick says he will catch Jack. Okay. You said it.
Yeah, I just hope his body don't fail him. Like, I hope his body don't fail him. And people will just let this dude just play and not just
if he
put too much pressure on him.
If he catches Jack, then you're really gonna be talking about like a super feat of greatness. Like that would be huge. And let's wait till we'll temper it a little bit to wait till we get there or start getting close. If he wins another one this year, that engine's just gonna keep priming, right? The more he keeps. If he gets 2 more, it just gets crazy. So we'll try to stay calm. Nothing to see here yet, people.
$2 million bet on him.
Yeah.
And I was like, he bet $85,000. It's like, who just got $85,000 just to make that bet?
Yeah. When I heard that, I was like, ooh, what do you do?
I thought you turned $5 into $1 million. You know,
yeah, I started doing the math. Like, dang, what? I would have put like 100 down. That would have done.
Well, you know, I would have been, you know.
Sometimes I hated that I did
$60,000.
not bet on some of this stuff because that stuff I'll think about sometimes and then I just don't do it.
I mean, it was.
And then not living in a place where it's really open.
85,000.
Yeah, I might be
85,000. All right. Well, NFL schedules came out.
Yes, they did.
I mean, you can do it.
It's okay. It's okay. I'll keep it natural.
NFL schedules came out.
Yes, they did.
How did your team fare?
Yeah.
So as a Lions fan,
Talk about it.
no primetime games this year. I think we had 3 last year.
Yeah.
And we stunk up all of them. I think we lost all 3 of them.
Ugh.
We stuck them up. Like, I think the one against the Jets, you know, we had to pick 6 to start off, and then we just got thumped from there.
Got you.
And then,
Nick 0-16.
So, just going off the schedule, I think we played.
Come on, Lions fans.
We played a couple teams in the NFC East. I know we got Dallas. We got the Redskins in there.
You got Dallas at home.
Thanksgiving game was against the Bears. So we got Packers at the end of the year again. They just love scheduling that game.
I love them.
That's like going to be a tradition or something.
Yes.
Like Aaron Rodgers in December and at the end of the year.
I always pray for a little bit of Lions hope at that time too. I love that. Like that year where you guys were trying to get that division championship.
I got to talk Lions and the hair just starts to grow.
I can't wait. Even though I know you guys are like, hey, he's wearing that hat, but I like the color it matches my sweatshirt. Yeah, no, seriously. I honestly hope there's a little hope left for you guys. Or maybe you're 0-15 and that could be 0-16. And you can be 0-16 twice, and then you have that one by itself. Yes. Because I can tell you who's not going 0-16 this year.
So my predictions are 6-10. After going through the schedule, I'm an optimist. But I'm a real I'm a real Lions fan. I try to keep it all the way 100 and 6-10. I mean, it starts off brutal. Like we're in Arizona, week 1. So
hey, they got a rookie quarterback.
I don't care if it's Josh Rosen or Kyler Murray. We suck in Arizona. I think they put that on the schedule for some reason. Like always Arizona never comes here for some reason. Like, there's no home game.
It feels like that.
It feels like that.
It does.
It feels like Arizona never comes here. We always go to Arizona to lose.
That's how I feel about the Browns. It feels like they always play at Oakland. Like, why do we always play at Oakland?
And we never get them here. So
you're right.
That's an L. Then we followed out with the Chargers. That's an L. Then we followed out with the Eagles.
This is impressive.
That's an L.
On top of your head?
Yeah, I looked at the schedule.
But you memorized it?
I'm a Lions fan. Thank you very much.
I gotta step it up. Okay, my bad.
And then after that, I think it's the Packers, and then we get a week 5 bye. Like that is the worst start ever. We're gonna start off at least 0-4 going into the bye week.
1-3. I think you might beat the Cardinals.
Yeah, whatever. If Kyler Murray is Kyler Murray, I don't know. But yeah, I have 0.
He's a rookie quarterback. You have a defensive-minded coach.
6-10 is the standard for the Lions. Hey, here's the thing. That's funny.
What's going on here?
Okay. So Ziggy's gone. We have
Ralph 1-3. See, got a Lions fan help you out. 1-3. No start the season.
No pass rush. Nobody to throw the ball to. I like Kenny Galladay. I really do, but he's not a number 1 receiver right now. Maybe he'll surprise. He'll probably be my biggest surprise of the year. Like if he goes off for 1,009 touchdowns, I would appreciate that. But he's not a number 1 as I speak right now. No, you still a rookie running back because he didn't complete the season. And then his backups.
What's with it with you guys and running backs? Why don't they ever make it to the season?
Can't get right. And then you got 2 old fogies behind them with Blunt. And then you pick up C.J. Anderson like we're supposed to be happy about that. He's just 1 snack pack away from being what's the guy you had in Green Bay? Eddie Lacy.
Eddie Lacy.
So
One snack pack.
like there's your offensive line sucks, your defense sucks, you got no safeties. 6-10, I think it's being very generous. But I think you're going to start off 0-4 going into your bye week.
Okay, well.
Thank God you play the Redskins. Thank God you play the Bucks.
And the Giants, right?
Thank God you play the Giants.
There's 3 wins right there.
So
Nick says the same thing. He says 6-10 is the standard for the Lions. Ralph says pass rush in the draft to go along with Flowers. There you go. Get you a guy in the draft. You're not really hopeful. You're not optimistic.
No.
Okay. Well, I don't think you're being hard on them from an overall perspective. I agree with your 6-10.
Thank you.
I just think they're I think they're going to be 1-3.
Nothing else from you.
I think they're going to be 1-3 though.
I don't see a 1 in there.
I think they have a good chance because of the dynamics of playing Arizona. First game, rookie quarterback. He's got. If it's Kyler Murray,
bro,
he has nerves.
No,
the nerves. They don't have the same pass rushes they've had in the past.
Tell me the trend of rookie quarterbacks the last 3 years. They've been balling.
Except for the ones drafted by Arizona.
Okay. Well, the one drafted by Arizona.
There you go. So you got.
But they've been balling. Like you just throw cats out there and they just win games because you can't scheme for a cat you never played against. So this will be Kyler Murray's breakout game against the Lions, week 1. Kyler Murray, oh, he's rejuvenating. Well, Fitzgerald. Kyler Murray, 20 yards and a slide. Kyler Murray runs in for his first NFL touchdown, and they beat the Lions 21-7. I can see it already. I can see it.
I think you're just setting yourself up to be prepared for disappointment. And that's a good thing to do. Having been a Browns fan for so long and having to do that every year, I understand. So
I'm dealing with it.
I understand.
Year.
I'm 6-10 with you.
Jeez.
I think they go 1-3 for the bye, and then it does get. It
Talk
doesn't
about
get
the Browns, bro. I know you want.
Okay, no problem. I'll do that. Yeah. So in regards to my team, all right. So as you know, let me not look bandwagon-ish. So let me be respectful to the team that's been my number 1 squad while I had to wallow in the misery of being a Browns fan for so many years. And as Lions fans, you guys know you got to have a second team. And you guys, he's got a second team too. So you got to have a second team. So
who got the worst schedule in the league? Jesus.
Sorry. My second team, the Packers, I like their schedule. All right. A little tough, but it's also got nice little moments in it where I feel like maybe they're going to return back to old. I can guarantee you this. Aaron Rodgers is going to have a ball-out season. Because that man up in Wisconsin, go see him while you're up there. He's a little upset. He's a little bothered by all this talk. So they open with the Bears, which will be interesting because we know the Bears and their pass rush and their defense is really good. They open with the Bears, then they open with the Vikings. That's a tough start in the division.
2 division games.
Yeah, 2 division games back to back. I think they're 1-1 coming out of that. Then they go Broncos, Eagles, Cowboys, Raiders, Chiefs, Chargers, Panthers, Niners, Giants, Redskins, Bears, Vikings, Lions. So there's a Lion missing off of there. So what's up with Google today? Where's the other Lions game? They played them twice. But anyway,
I think we play week 4.
Yeah. So week 4, I like Lions losing to the Packers.
Is that in Lambeau?
The first one's in Lambeau. The second one's home for you guys.
All right.
But I think that Green Bay goes 10-6 and they win the division because I don't see the Lions there.
No.
I don't see Minnesota there, even though they're always kind of in it. I just don't see them there. It's the team that's to beat to me, of course, in this division is the Bears. So it'll be interesting to see how they bounce back. And now the Bears are playing with expectation, which, as we know, is different. And speaking of expectation,
they lost some people.
They lost some people on defense. Yeah. Speaking of expectation, there's a lot of expectation in Cleveland.
That was all the Packers talk. I need a bell.
Yeah.
I need a bell right now.
That's
You
coming.
act like
coming
you was
in
you,
Amazon.
you had this great bill, like you were going to talk in depth about the Packers, and you gave them literally 1 minute.
10-6. 10-6. Aaron Rodgers balls out this year, takes them back to the playoffs.
Yo,
They win
you
the
gave
division.
them 1 minute.
No, there's other things to discuss. We have other things to discuss, like the 2019 schedule for the Cleveland Browns, the favorites in the AFC North.
Oof.
So we get to find out now what it's like to play with expectations.
Oof.
And that's a heavy burden that's on their shoulders. They have actually the 5th easiest schedule in the league this year, based just on last year's records of teams playing.
Yeah.
They open up against Tennessee. That's a win. They open up against the Jets. That's a win. They have the Rams at home.
The Jets? I mean,
Oh, yeah, they're gonna
maybe
Yeah, that's a win.
Can't stop the run.
Yeah, hey, let's not talk retool. Retool defense.
Okay.
All right, defensive line retool.
All right.
We're not done in free agency. We play corner well, rush the passer. We're gonna be good to go.
All right.
It's gonna be a nice game. Rams week 3, home against the Rams. Then at the Ravens. So I got a loss to the Rams, a win against the Ravens, 3-1, a win against the Niners, 4-1. Then they play Seattle in Cleveland.
You don't think Jimmy Garoppolo's going?
Nope. I know who's there. I hear you, but I don't see that happen.
Gonna be in the league then.
Nope.
Pass rush.
I don't know. I don't see it.
All right.
I don't see it. October 19th or
Seattle?
October 13th, Seattle at home. I want to say win, but
That's
I feel
good.
like
Let's get us at home. You don't
Yeah.
want to Seattle.
I feel like that might be a loss. I think that's a tough loss. I think that's a bring them back down to earth loss
That might be a
early in the
shootout.
season. Yeah, it might be. Ralph says the Jets won't leave the Eastern time zone this year. How weird is that? Yeah, I saw that too.
Wow.
I thought that was interesting.
I'm trying to set them up.
Yep. Week 7 is the bye. Then week 8. Man, is this gonna be fun.
It's a primetime game.
4:00 game. They go October
It's the Patriots
27th.
game?
They go to the Patriots.
No, it's in Foxborough.
It's
That's
in
the loss.
Foxborough. That's the tough part. You just said it. It's in Foxborough. So because of it being in Foxborough,
What week is that? Week 8?
that's week 8. They're coming out of their bye week though, going into that, and
That'd
New
be
England's
good.
on a short week that week.
That'd be good. New England's always on a short week.
Yeah.
But that schedule, jeez, they got screwed. Well,
Nick
here's the
Bowers
thing, like-
finally had one okay year, and Browns fans are already penciling in wins. Sir, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm going by these are paper wins, especially because
Yes.
on paper, this is what should happen.
Listen, Dorsey did a hell of a job
Thank you.
acquiring talent.
Thank you.
I will give you that. Like
Thank
I can see a GM for what he's worth.
Yes.
I've had many bad ones in my lifetime. But Dorsey is doing his thing.
Yes.
He's definitely doing his thing. And
We appreciate you.
he might trade back into the first round this year.
Yeah, that's been the talk.
So
Woo! Oh, what a feeling!
it to
The
me,
stars on my team.
to me, I think the biggest thing moving forward for y'all is gonna be coaching. Because that's pretty much the only question mark you got.
Yeah.
I don't know this dude, and like he might be a
Call
great,
plays.
he might be a
but we
great
don't-
play caller,
Yeah.
but is he a leader of men? Hashtag.
Oh, the bell's coming.
Is he a leader of
Is he a
men?
leader of men?
Because if your name is Freddie Kitchens, it just seems like you just chew tobacco and draw plays. It don't seem like
It sound like that.
it don't seem like you know they just
Yeah.
going for you. But the team overall has a lot to prove themselves as a
Absolutely.
team, and the guys on that team individually. So they are going. I think he's going to get the dubs, whether he's a good coach or not.
Yeah.
He's a good coach or
Hey,
not.
listen,
Because just the overwhelming talent that he's putting on the field.
I'll take that too. I think health, if we got to stay healthy, and we
Yeah.
know football seasons are tough to do that.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of talent. And to Nick's point, he just said, yes, he did get a lot of talent, but there's still the Browns part two. Okay, I hear you
They are
there,
cursed.
but there's still the Browns. I don't know about curse,
They are cursed.
but I hear you with the Browns, them being the Browns. However, they do have to prove it. I'm penciling these in, but they have to go out and prove this.
Browns Patriots. I think when they schedule that, they're hoping
They're hoping the Browns are what
like
we
5-1
see they
versus
are.
5-1.
absolutely.
Like seeding for the AFC. That's what they're hoping with that matchup.
Yeah, I've got them being 4-2 going into this game.
Okay.
Maybe the Patriots are 5-1 at that time. It's a big game. Then they get Broncos, Bills, Steelers, and I like them in all three of those games.
Broncos, Bills, Steelers.
Yep. At Denver, which they were there last year and beat them. Home against Buffalo.
That's a
home
nice
against
stretch.
Pittsburgh.
They play the Broncos twice?
Broncos, Bills, Steelers, Dolphins.
Dolphins, okay.
Broncos, Bills, Steelers, Dolphins,
Yeah, that's a nice
Steelers.
stretch. That's a nice stretch.
That's a real 5-game stretch.
Yeah, that's a real nice stretch.
Yeah, so they can run off some wins right there. Maybe they lose one in there. You always got to account for there's a bad loss here, people miss weather, all those weird stuff.
Because y'all should have had like 3 more wins last year.
Should have been 10-6 last year. And then they finished the season Cincinnati,
That's another good stretch. Yeah.
Arizona,
That's another good
Baltimore, Cincinnati.
That's a good stretch.
They got a really
That's
easy
a
schedule.
good stretch of 9-10 games.
I know. So I'm going out on a limb.
That's a really good stretch.
And I'm being honest with you, this is not a homer limb. This is a limb if I'm going by their schedule and what these teams did last year. I understand this could change because free agency, draft picks,
Right.
coaching changes, all the factors. We're football coaches, so we know how this works.
Yep.
Based on what I see on paper. Oh God, I can't believe I'm doing this.
Super Bowl.
12-4.
Yikes.
12-4. All right.
That's how you feel?
12-4.
Okay.
12-4. Winning the AFC
What are the
North.
4 losses? Patriots.
I think they're going to
Rams.
lose to the Patriots. They're going to lose to the Rams. I actually think they're going
A division loss.
to lose a division game against
Ravens.
Ravens. I think there might be some danger there. And I think there's a bad loss. Oh, no, I think they're going to lose to Seattle at home.
Okay.
Yeah. So
All right.
Ralph said, wow.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I know.
you going. But like I said, that's bar an injury, of course.
Yeah, I'm all things considered, right?
Yeah.
That's a paper statement right there. I'm going by paper. No, I'm going by paper talent. If all things go right, and I'm accounting for the fact that they're not going to go 16.
Are you afraid of the second-year slump for your quarterback? Because that's real. Like, rookies ball, but that second year is kind of detrimental. Like, they usually take a step back. And now that he's got all this talent, he can't afford to take a step back. There's a lot of pressure on Baker Mayfield.
There's a lot of pressure on him. I like how he carries himself, though. I like his swag. I'm not afraid of that. And one of the reasons I'm not afraid of it is because a lot of times that slump happens because you can scheme now
Right.
and you can look at the film. And I think it's one thing to look at the film with certain people, with certain play calling styles. Because remember, half the year his plays weren't being called by Freddie Kitchens.
Right.
So I think there's something there. But I think with the talent, and we haven't seen Freddie Kitchens in a 16-game season play call, that I think there's some difference there. So I think they still have enough wrinkles and the talent to help him get through that.
Okay.
So no, I'm not afraid of it, but I know it's there. I know it's back there in the background. I like to hedge my bets.
Pretty much.
No, I'm not afraid. I think he's gonna have a great season.
I think I definitely wouldn't. I was gonna say I wouldn't take him in fantasy this year. Like it just
No, I would
It
take him.
seems
in
like
fantasy.
he's got a lot of weapons. Well, he does have a lot of weapons. That's a fact. But it's just something about that second year. Like guys just don't perform in that second year, and then you really have to lean on your running game. And now you really lean on a rookie to run the ball for you, or he's
second year, 994 yard rush.
second year guy.
994 yard rush.
It just like it has potential. I think you just need to taper it just a little bit. It has potential. I think 9 wins is safe. I would go 9 wins for the Browns.
So most of the pundits said 9 wins, and they
Okay.
did an over under, right?
Got you.
A lot of people said over.
Okay.
So a lot of people put 9 in and then said, okay, over under 9. A lot of people
I would
said
take the
over.
overall 9 too.
I'm taking the over and I'm going 12.
Mhm.
I think, like I said, I think there's a bad division loss in there. I think they still get beat by some of the elite teams like the Rams. And even though the Seahawks haven't been elite,
They got an elite quarterback.
they got an elite quarterback, right? And he knows how to win. And
Close
I think
games.
there will be some, and that's an early season game, so I think there's still got to be some growing pains,
Got to figure out what kind of seed you are.
learning curve, all those things. So I'm trying to consider all those factors. With that being said, yeah, I'm jumping out there on 11 with the 12-4, but I would take the over on 9. 10 and 11 is not unrealistic. I see them winning the division. I think Baltimore is going to be there some way through the season. But I also don't think that division is going to get decided till late in the season because all their schedules are backloaded with each other.
Yeah.
So they don't play each other up front except for there's an early game against Baltimore. So besides that, everything else is backloaded. So it'll be fun.
Yeah.
It'll be fun to watch.
That division is
I'm
definitely
excited.
It's going to beat up on itself. Cincinnati's a non-factor.
Yeah.
I think Baltimore winning the division last year was just off the strength of, Lamar Jackson being unknown. And just like the dude just literally just running the ball the whole game. Hopefully he became a better pocket passer over this stint of time where like he's somewhat dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see that happening. But he definitely lost a tool in Michael Crabtree, one of the most underrated wide receivers in the game. And then you lost all 3 of your starting linebackers and think you're just going to replace that with Earl Thomas, who's coming off a torn ACL and 30-something years old. I see them struggling too. Like a lot of people say they might be back, but they lost a lot. I think they lost too much.
Yeah.
And then they lost their locker room leader, Terrell Suggs. Maybe not the best in his prime right now, but still a guy that can, rally the troops.
Right.
So I think they're going, and then you're just looking at the Steelers right now, and with all the turmoil that they have, it can either implode or they can either band together and put some games together. So it'll be fun to see how they move forward.
Mm-hmm.
And then plus they're still the Steelers. Like I understand, your team got swag and they're not afraid of nobody. But going, in the Heinz Field late in the season and trying to get a W, that still might be a tough thing to do.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, I'm actually rooting for him because I'm a Jarvis Landry fan and I think he has the pulse of that team. So as they go, I think he'll get more and more credit. So I definitely want to see him move forward in his leadership role. So I think all good there. And then adding Odell Beckham, it's just that's a slant that can go 90.
Yep. Nick saying sophomore slump.
Yeah, now you ask me over under on that, I'm gonna take the over because it's real. Sophomore slump is real. These quarterbacks go ham their rookie year and then they just disappear their second year.
Well, Baker's gonna be the first guy to not do that. That was so over. Yeah, that was
so over. Okay. Well, I mean, you guys can go do the digging yourselves. He laughed at you. You guys do dig yourself the Monday night games, the Saturday night games, the Thursday
Cleveland's got
Thursday night games.
4. How many did I say? 4?
Yeah.
4 primetime games this year. I mean, they're hyping 2 back-to-back.
That's pressure.
It's a lot. I mean, they're really the NFL knows what they're doing.
Monday and Sunday.
Yeah, they dude, this is what they did to them. Their 2 prime times, the Jets and the Rams, get weeks 2 and 3.
2 and 3.
They go prime time weeks 2 and 3. It's going to be
so Monday night and a Sunday night, or Sunday night and Monday night?
It's a Monday night then a Sunday night.
Okay.
So that's going to be interesting to kind of watch that happen. Monday night, Sunday night against the Rams, and then Monday night 49ers, and then Thursday night Steelers. Okay. And remember the NFL flexes games too. So that Patriots game might be a Sunday night.
It might be. Yeah.
It's gonna be
the Patriots got screwed. Can I just say that? I mean,
but that's what happens in the NFL when you win
they got one of the hardest schedules. They got 0 time off. They got 13 less rest days than anybody else on the schedule. Playing between Monday nights, Thursday nights, and Sunday nights.
Wow. Where'd you go to get that number from?
I work with ESPN. I get to work and Sports Center's right there.
I sense some emotion in there too, though.
Then after Sports Center, I watch Get Up, and then after Get Up, I watch First Take. Then after First Take, I watch Coast to Coast.
So I hope your manager's not watching this. You haven't said anything about working besides I work with them. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, I see it all.
Okay.
So if I throw a random stat out you, know it's real.
Okay, gotcha. I'm with you. Yes.
So they got screwed, yo. And it just seems like, the league may be just sick of them. and just want somebody else to win this
we're gonna
year.
make sure this year.
And I think it's wide open this year.
It is.
It's gonna be
No
off.
Gronk.
It's gonna be off year.
Yeah.
No Gronk. It's definitely gonna be off year. Patriot. This is not a team. It's not a dynasty team. Where they're just gonna rip off back to back to back or something like
They
that.
just picked up was it Julius Thomas? No.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Not Julius.
Not Julius.
The
Mr. Thomas.
yeah.
That was with Denver.
Yeah, they picked him up. He's coming off ACL, so
Yeah.
we'll see if he returns back to go. The guy's got hands, but he's not going to blow the top off anymore.
Right.
Due to that
Demaryius
injury.
Thomas.
Yeah, due to that injury. So
Julius was the tight end, right?
yeah, he just got an outside guy. But I think there's a Y in there somewhere. But
you read it to you like DEM.
yeah,
It feels like there's a Y.
yeah, I feel like
Yeah. No.
but and then they got Safarian Jenkins as tight end.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's some big shoes to fill. So I'm sorry.
Okay.
But yeah, it's definitely gonna be a down year for the Patriots, and I see all the headlines coming.
Are you sure though?
I-
Because
I
every time you
see-
say
I
it's gonna be a
see-
down year for the Patriots, they
I-
make it to the playoffs.
First of all, I
And
never
then-
say there's a down year for the Patriots.
No, I'm sorry. Every time people say
I'm saying this is gonna
What
be.
you're
a down,
saying is
this is gonna be a down year. For
Okay.
the Patriots.
down year for the Patriots
Instead-
and the Lions in the same season.
Yeah, I'm gonna be all fantasy next year.
It's gonna
All
be fun.
fantasy next season.
Hey, I would take Baker in my
Miserable.
fantasy, by the way. I would, because he's gonna be throwing the ball a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot
To
of
the other
opportunity. Oh man. Oh, I can't wait. It's gonna
To
be
the other
fun. If they win a lot, Dre's gonna enjoy every week with me.
Look, I'm not a hater of the Browns.
No, you're not.
I just told you, like, I want them to win just for juice, like, so he can get that shine.
But
But
you're gonna get tired.
yeah, I'm tired of you now. So
Cleveland! This is for you.
all right, well, let us know what you think your home team is going to do. Comment below. If you listen on the podcast, whether you listen on iTunes or SoundCloud, comment below. Let us know what you think your team is going to do. I know my brother-in-law listens. Tell me what Jacksonville is going to do.
All my folks in Cleveland, what y'all think the Browns
what y'all think the Browns are going to do. All the Lions fans, let me know what you think they're going to do. But let's get to the NBA playoffs. Ladies. Let's get to the NBA playoffs. And speaking of playoffs, man, the home team is
Man, them Pistons, man, the home team.
our home team is not performing, but I know a home team.
Yeah, I know a home team that can perform. Hey, remember, if you're looking to buy, sell, rent, lease, or invest in real estate, hit up the home team. Matter of fact, hit up the man, Nick Bowers. Him and his team at Keller Williams Lakeside. Let the home team help you with your real estate needs. Go to their website at www.thehometeamusa.com or find them on Facebook at The Home Team. The Home Team, a team you can depend on for all your real estate needs. Call Nick Bowers at 586-634-9419. Again, call my man Nick. That's my guy. That's our guy. Hey, how's your son doing, by the way? Nick Bowers at 586-634-9419. KW Lakeside, the home team.
Don't act like you don't drive through your neighborhood and don't see a Keller Williams.
Yes. There's one in my neighborhood. There's one in this neighborhood right now. I saw one the other day. Like, they're everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yes.
Well, speaking of the home team, right?
Playoffs.
We reside in this podcast
Yeah.
in Michigan.
We are based in
and Detroit
Metropolitan.
Pistons are the team that this city claims.
Hey, we're just be honest with you. We don't.
So,
You say, why
Do
you
we
got
not?
hats on? Well, because we live in the city.
hey,
That's how you
we
represent.
just got to do it. You know,
That's how you represent. But I do have my share of other teams
We-
in my closet, which you will see.
we can start now.
We can start right there
It's gonna be
because
good.
we can make it quick.
That's what's up.
Thank you.
Shout out, OG.
Yeah, can't wait to see OG on that offensive line.
Pistons getting ran in these.
JV squad.
The first game was a blowout. Drummond backed out, getting himself ejected. Gonna push my man down and then try to help him back up.
Oh man,
Nicest bully
the
ever.
blatant push with the let me just fake it.
Yeah.
Come on, buddy.
And then you just didn't want to participate in that blowout no more, so you just get yourself kicked out. Second game,
Wait, don't forget about your boy.
which was
He got himself a tech after that,
Oh.
supporting that
Blake Griffin. Come on now,
while wearing a sports
stay
shirt.
on the bench because you're hurt.
Come on, that's terrible.
second game, they actually tried to play until the third quarter, and then they got blew out from there. Shout out to Don Maker, who became Giannis's baby.
Andre, where are you?
Like, he literally.
Draco Dollar, where are you?
He literally was like, I'm going to give you the shoulder, and then I'll put my nuts right here.
Yep.
So this is, unlike the other series that are somewhat competitive, this one is a wrap, right?
It's 2-0 and it's a wrap.
Okay.
They return back to Detroit on Saturday.
You don't think Macy's going to get the crowd into it to where they're so pumped up and they can get a W against? Okay.
I see where you're going with this. I like that energy. You were building it up. Let's put that on something else.
Okay.
Because that's not happening. Nick said, "I told you the Bucks weren't gonna take it easy." Yeah.
Oh right. Yeah. Giannis not that kind of person. Like he ain't got no friends. He ain't got no friends in this league. He got an enemy on the team. Matter of fact, it's Thon Maker.
Yeah.
Talk smack to get himself traded from there.
Man.
So I think without Blake Griffin, it's a wrap. I mean, if Blake was on the team, maybe the scores might be a wrap. The scores might have been closer.
Yep. Closer wrap.
I'm not saying the games they would, game. I'm saying the scores might have been closer.
Closer wrap.
Greg Anthony had a great analytic point in game one. Say maybe when Blake comes back, this actually looks like an NBA team.
They look like a college team.
They look
D2.
They look horrible.
Their
roster's horrible. And Dwayne Casey deserves, all the kudos for getting this team
to the playoffs.
Getting this team to the playoffs.
Yeah, Ralph said they brought this on themselves. They could have been a 6 or a 7 seed and avoided this. Shake my head. Blake will play in game 3. I say to that, so what? Mm-hmm. And I want to talk to Dre. Where's Draco Dollar? The guy that he claimed his 5 versus the 0.45. He compared them, lined them up. Thigh Maker, aka Rasheed Wallace, aka we don't mean no disrespect, Rasheed, so we take that back because there's no comparison. Where are you? Jackson, you must stand before a jury and be held accountable for this, Draco Dollar. This did not go well, and it's not going to go well. They lose in game 3, and they lose in game 4. Saturday and Monday, 1, 2, 3, Cancun. That's how that's going.
I wouldn't even play Blake Griffin.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Why?
I mean, he injury prone. He's not going to play at 100%. Why put him in a situation where he can just further injure himself seriously, where you have to rehab all summer?
Andre's avoiding me. He is. Go ahead. It's not
worth it. Just take your sweep, get your 4 game checks, and just enjoy the rest of your summer. Yeah. Bring back the smoker. You must have face junior peers. What does that mean?
What is that? Bring back the smoker. You must face the jury. Bring back the smoker. You must face the jury of your peers. I agree. I'm texting him right now.
Yeah, he needs to come in. But yeah, the Milwaukee Bucks definitely look like the best team in the East right now because the other teams in the East are struggling a little bit, but not necessarily for the Boston Celtics. They went up 2-0 against the Indiana Pacers last night. Pretty close game, but then they put it away in the fourth quarter. What do you see from Boston? People were down on them. Now Kyrie and Tatum looks to be working hand in hand moving forward. How do you think they look for?
So people were down on them, and I kept riding with them.
Dang.
And I was getting word at the end of the year. And
I got you.
Yeah, you were down on them. You were really down on them. But you know what? I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. I'm gonna tell you why. It's part of it. Yes, it's the Pacers. This series would be much better, obviously, if Oladipo was playing. Here's my thing about so far these first 2 games. Yes, they've won both games, but they have played piss poor both games. Mm-hmm. They turned the ball. They won game 1 with 20 turnovers. Mm-hmm. I was watching game 2, turned the ball over a lot, missing a lot of shots, missing bunnies. And now Kyrie's in his flow, but now it looks like everybody else is a little off. Mm. So Kyrie carried them in game 2, kept it close. But they were at one point down 10, 12 points. Mm-hmm. Then they had to come back and do it again. To me, I think they get out of the first round because it's the Pacers. Right. But you can't win like that and get out of the East doing that. So if they start to win games like a dominant team, then I think it's time to say, okay, now this is the Celtics everybody thought. But right now, to me, they're winning because Indiana just doesn't have enough to get to the finish line in these games, and they play well for 3 quarters. And you have The Celtics have more talent.
Mhm.
So at the end and in the NBA,
That's
talent can win.
Yeah.
So talent's winning right now. When you move to the second round, I mean, they're the 4.
Everybody's telling.
They get Milwaukee in the next round.
Mhm.
You can't turn the ball over 20 times against the Bucks. And see, with us in the Bucks, it was like we ain't seen them do it yet.
Mhm.
Right now, they're acting like the number 1 seed in the whole, out of all 16 teams.
Yeah.
I want to temper that with it's the Pistons. So it's going to be interesting to see them battle against Boston in the second round. They both go. Milwaukee might have to just be Milwaukee, but it might be more of a challenge.
Mhm.
To me, the Celtics have to pick it up a little bit.
Yeah.
You can't turn the ball over 20 times and think you're getting out of the East this year.
Yeah, I think the Celtics eliminated the Bucks last year, didn't they? In the second round?
Yes. Yep.
So you can take that motivation.
Revenge factor. Yep.
But one thing that I agree with you on the fact of you can't turn over the ball this much. But their defensive intensity's got a lot better.
Yep.
It seems like when they got to the playoffs, it's a lot
They
easier.
did turn up a little bit.
Yeah, most definitely. It's easier to do that when the other team's best player is Bogdanovich.
Exactly.
But you can see that, and I think they're moving the ball better, but not necessarily because of scheme. I think the loss of Marcus Smart helps the team because that's one less person in the rotation.
Yeah.
That's one less person you got to get minutes for on a deep team of young guys that want minutes.
Right.
So Marcus Smart, not the best shooting guard, not the best shooter, not the best scorer. He's just an emotional leader. You can be the emotional leader on the bench and still do your job.
Right.
And now you can get those minutes to Jaylen Brown and Terry Rozier, the guys who've been clamoring for minutes. And now Jason Tatum gets to stay on the floor longer. So I think the injury
now
helps
Tatum
them.
was out of whack to me. Like when I was watching the other night, he seems a little out of whack.
He's
back to
the second scorer.
Yeah, and he seems uncomfortable again.
He's camping now. Like it's a lot of ball handling by Kyrie.
Yep.
And just Tatum sitting in the corner, waiting for the pass, pretty much. So, and whenever Kyrie doesn't feel like shooting the ball, then Tatum.
He's gonna have to take over in the second round.
Yeah. So I definitely see where you're coming from. Second round, and definitely let you know that. But they're on a good pace to move forward, better than the other Eastern Conference teams, which are tied up 1-1. The Philadelphia and
Nets
series, and then the Toronto-Orlando series, both at 1. What was the biggest shocker for you?
The biggest shocker for me was that both of those series started 1-0 the lower seed.
Mm-hmm.
So Orlando goes in to Toronto game 1.
Toronto, which one? I mean, you both had them both being.
I had them both being tough series. I thought the Nets Toronto series was more of a shocker to me because to me, I thought Toronto could handle Orlando better than Philadelphia. I'm sorry, the Magic Toronto series. I thought Toronto would handle the Magic a little better than the Philadelphia Nets series.
Okay.
To me, the Philadelphia Nets series is the series of the East first round. That Orlando win in game 1, where thank you, Kyle, for being Kyle. I appreciate you just
playoff
Lowry. I appreciate it because it's so much fun to watch you be playoff Lowry. LeBron is not in the East anymore, and you still don't score any points in the first game.
You love people's misery.
While DJ Augustine goes for 25. Now I know, Kyle, you came back in game 2. Yep, in the game 1 and 3. So you came back in game 2, but you were supposed to do that. And in the NBA, that's kind of how this stuff goes. Yeah, you don't shut you down twice, right? Yeah. So I was more surprised in Orlando kind of going in and doing that. It didn't shock me that the Nets got game 1 over Philadelphia. I mean, let's be honest. Embiid wasn't 100. He still isn't 100. And they look bad. And the 76ers have moments when they look bad. And unfortunately, they came at a bad time. So the Nets 76ers series is still the one where that's going 7 games. And I said the Sixers are getting out of it because of a little more talent.
Yeah.
And it's a long series, so I'm not ready to change that. But more surprising, Orlando going into Toronto and getting that dub in game 1, and that series is tied 1-0. Because I really thought Toronto should have won that series 4-0.
Yeah, I think one, you didn't play Kawhi enough. Like he shouldn't. You don't save him.
Right.
Like saving him is over with now. You're in the playoffs. You got a rookie head coach. He said he was learning as he goes on, but like you got to keep Kawhi on the floor. And then Somebody cursed. We had to
The windows open. On it.
And so I think the second game Kawhi understood. Rookie head coach, this point guard guy is the hype is right. He don't perform in the playoffs,
right?
So I gotta do a little more, right? Like if I want this team to be successful, I have to do more. So that's on Kawhi. If you're the top 2-3 person in the league, you gotta put your stamp on there. I don't see a way that Orlando should be able to win another game if you are Kawhi Leonard at 100%. You shouldn't allow them to win another game. Like you should just be on the floor dominating the whole time.
Yeah.
So, and that's the mindset that I had even without. I knew he was going to be playoff Lowry, but you still got arguably
arguably
the second or third best player in the league on your team, and that enough should will you past the Orlando Magic.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So we both agreed that the Philadelphia Brooklyn series is probably the best series. You probably get the most games out of that series. One, because Philadelphia, they're still trying to put it together. And like you said, Embiid isn't all the way healthy. So I actually see the Nets actually winning another game.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They might win 2 more games, to be honest with you.
They feel disrespected.
Yep.
My man got elbowed in the mouth and Ben Simmons laughed about it.
Yeah.
So they said they feel disrespected about that. So you expect to get their best out of that. And then the others on Philadelphia are not stepping up. Like, Embiid, Ben Simmons, Jimmy Butler, expect those guys. But where's JJ Redick? Where's the other shooters on this team? Where is Tobias Harris? Like, where are these guys on this team that you expected to step up and be leaders on this team, but they haven't showed up yet? So this is a team that's still trying to find themselves, and I think you should have did that a long time before you got to this point. I think I said 6. This is definitely a 7-game series to me now.
Yeah, you had Nets in 6, right?
Yeah.
No,
Philly.
Oh, yeah, okay, we won that too. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I think the Tobias Harris trade was a trade where everybody said, okay, wait a minute. Now y'all got Tobias too, and he was balling in LA with the Clippers this year. So when everybody saw that, they thought that was pushing them over the top out of the East. So they are still trying to get it together. Their deficiencies are very dangerous, though. They have issues shooting right now. And to your point, where are the shooters that are on this team that are supposed to make shots? Mike Scott, JJ Redick, those guys are not shooting the ball as well. The other thing I think is interesting about this team is that game 1, Ben Simmons couldn't hit the side of a barn.
I mean,
and we already know he can't shoot.
Rookie of the year.
We already know he can't shoot. So if he has another game like that, which is very, very possible,
can't afford it.
Yeah, then they're in trouble. So Embiid not being healthy, the factor that Simmons could possibly have a bad shooting night, and their other shooters aren't making shots. You could, because in game 1, Jimmy carried that squad. He balled out. And still, here's where we ended up. So we're at a 1-1 tie. I definitely see the Nets winning 2 more games out of this series, 1 to 2 more games at least. And I think this is going 7. And so they'll win 2 because it'll be 3-3 going back to Philly. And I'm sticking with little too much talent on Philly. Height advantages, things like that. Because you see game 2, the Nets got in trouble because they didn't have any bigs for Embiid.
Yeah, and their others didn't have a good game.
Didn't have it. So yeah.
But
they're going home now. It could be 3-1 going back to Philly.
Yeah, and the crazy thing about Philadelphia too is if they lose this series, I expect a complete overhaul.
Really?
Which is crazy because Brett Brown's got to get fired. If you lose in the first round with this group, you got to get fired.
But it's his first time being in the first round with this group, though.
Yeah, you got to get fired.
Ooh.
Like the expectations on this team, the owner came out mid-season and said, yeah, we're making a run. Like there's big expectation that Brett Brown's getting fired.
Man.
And then you got 2 of the free agents of your big 4, Tobias Harris and Jimmy Butler. Both, they might go somewhere else.
Yeah.
So you might be stuck with Embiid and Simmons and getting a new coach, and you got JJ on the 1 year, and
I'm not seeing that yet.
It's not a blow up because you still got 2 good pillars in there, but this team would look drastically different if this team loses in the first round. So it's a lot riding on this.
Gotcha. Ralph says, should they have set Embiid out this game? No, he had to play because they couldn't lose. They couldn't go down. They could not afford to go down 0-2 against this team.
Yeah.
Because the Nets, if they were up 0-2 right now, the Nets were up 2-0 going home. The Nets would be looking to sweep. That team's got enough moxie about itself, and they've got an attitude and a chip to where, oh, we're up 2-0. Oh, we're not letting you guys come back. That's a scrappy team over there. So they had to play him. They had to win game 2. That was a must win for them. There would have been panic in Philadelphia had they lost. And right now, you got to play him until you feel yourself comfortable. I can see them sitting him if they're up 3-1.
Mm-hmm. And you got to think, too, because their center, the guy with the afro, that would give them a distinct advantage if Embiid didn't play. Embiid has to take this guy out of the paint because he's a great shot blocker. He's a great paint protector.
And he doesn't like to come out of the paint.
He doesn't like to come out of the paint. So you got to use Embiid to get this guy out of the paint so that way your slashers can get to the cup. Because Ben Simmons is just layups, right?
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler, he gets to the rim. You gotta get that guy out of the paint.
Wait, it's game 3 tonight.
Yeah.
Wait, Embiid isn't playing? That's what you're asking us. My bad. Embiid's not playing tonight? Oh, wow.
Yeah, they did sign Greg Monroe. Oh, he's starting. Game 3 in Brooklyn.
No, you shouldn't have sat him tonight. My answer doesn't change. And you know what's interesting about that? That tells me something more is going on with him.
Yeah, he's got knees problems.
That knee's really hurt.
And they were talking about it. I remember Charles Barkley talking about it towards the end of the season. Why is this guy playing right now? Like he literally told you he has bad knees, knee soreness, and you're playing.
And they played him. Right. I remember that.
Why is he playing right now? And it's biting you in the butt. And that's what I'm saying. Brett Brown is going to get fired if they lose in the first round. You're going to see a new head coach, and their free agents are going to have to make a decision, Jimmy Butler and Tobias Harris, on if they want to be with this group and this new coach coming in. It's going to be hell to pay if they lose this first round.
You heard it here first.
I mean, they got booed in their first game. Because they didn't show up. The grace period is over. The process is done, right? They gave you years. They gave you years of sucking. Philadelphia is not a nice town.
It's over. They're not.
They gave you years of sucking. They want you to win now. And if you lose in the first round, that is a grave disappointment.
I think that's overdoing it. You've been sucking for years. You shouldn't be expected. I don't think. No. Okay. Well, no. I get it. Okay. Yeah, you're right. They should get to the Eastern Conference Finals. They really should. If they lose there,
long enough.
If they lose in the Eastern Conference Finals, then he keeps his job. But you're right. First round, that might be grounds for termination.
To Brooklyn.
Don't say it like that.
I mean, in hindsight, though, like you didn't lose to a superstar. You just lost to a good team. You lost to a good team that's playing hot basketball right now. But your fan base isn't going to accept that.
Right.
We got Embiid. We got Harris. We got Butler. We got Simmons. And we lost to Russell. You know what I'm saying? We lost to Karis LeVert. For real.
Michigan, man.
So, all right. So that's the East. I think we expect the Bucks to move forward.
Yep.
Keep rolling. I think we expect Toronto to keep moving forward, not to lose a game. We expect Brooklyn might win tonight.
Right. But again, this could go back to Philly 3-1.
Yeah.
Philly wins game 5, Brooklyn wins game 6, Philly wins game 7.
I totally see this going 7. And then
I'm sticking with Philly right now because it's only 2 games.
And then we expect Boston to move forward.
Yeah, Boston's moving.
Won't be surprised if Indiana wins again.
No.
But
because Boston's dysfunctional too.
Right.
So this is a great year to be a Bucks fan.
We go to the West.
Boy, oh boy.
Last night, the Beard puts on a show, beats Utah. I don't think Utah gets a game.
Bro, what are they doing? When they were talking about it last night on TNT, what type of defense are they playing?
They're giving him lanes, and he's taking
spot
up shots.
Yeah, like, what are we doing here? So, yeah, no, Utah's not going to win. Well, no.
You got the game 3.
Utah's going to get one because of the place, Utah. Like, I think that's why they get a game. Utah's going to get one game. That series is over in 5.
I don't think Harden hits the wall now.
That's too late.
Yeah.
He ain't hitting the wall.
One thing that I do know about them, they struggle in elimination games.
Yeah.
So they might go up 3-0, lose that game 4, and then win in Houston.
Right.
So yeah, the Jazz might win one, but I think that series is just too much James Harden. in that series. Like, we're not even hearing nothing about Chris Paul. I mean, Chris Paul got up and left because he didn't get no questions.
Exactly.
So for right now, they're just good playing James Harden ball before they get to the team they're going to lose to in the second round. Shocker that OKC's down 0-2. Are you shocked?
No, I'm not shocked.
They're lower seed.
They're lower seed, but I do expect it to be more of a series. But I think it also could be one of those home and home series.
Okay.
So if Portland wins in OKC in Game 3, and you ask me that question again, yep, I'm shocked they're down 3-0.
Okay.
Portland is a better team than they've been in the past. They are a legitimate 3 seed, and so I think they took care of business like they were supposed to. They're very comfortable at home. For Portland, is going to be, can they go down to OKC and get a W? The good thing about the series is they don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
So I still think this is the best series of the West, i.e. the Nets and Philly series. And I still think this series has the potential to get to the 6th or 7th game because of the home teams winning. I think OKC is going to play well in Game 3. I think they're going to win Game 3. I think this series is going to be tied 2-2 going back to Portland. If it's 3-1 going back to Portland, I'm going to be shocked. If it's 4-zip next week when we talk about this, I'm going to be shocked.
Yeah.
So I definitely expect OKC to still make this a little bit of a series because of how they play at home.
Yeah, I got 3-1. I'll give them Game 1 or Game 3, just off the strength of Russell.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a triple double in OKC. I think Paul George is hurt.
You do?
I think he's hurt. I think his lack of production these first 2 games just has something to do with he's not putting up shots. He's not being aggressive.
Yeah, he's not being aggressive.
It just seems like something's wrong with him. So maybe some home cooking will help him. Game 3, but it's all Russell for me right now, and I feel bad for Russell because people are talking bad about him, about playing with him, and him not getting out the first round since Kevin left and all the other stuff. But I think this might be Portland's year. Doing these shows year after year, and in these situations, we know not to jump the gun off of 1 or 2 games.
Yes.
We've done it before.
Yeah.
Come here. Oh man, the series is over.
Yeah.
It's over. Did you see that game? And then the team just comes back, and then you got to backtrack what you say. So you got to choose your words pretty well when you do shows like these. But I do think something's wrong with Paul George, and I think when we come back, they might get Game 3. So I wouldn't be surprised if OKC's down 3-1 moving forward with this, and I think it'll be a good story for Portland to get out the first round finally.
Yeah.
But it'll be a bad story for Russell Westbrook not getting out the first round again without Kevin Durant. So you can see the pros and cons are going out of both ways.
The good thing for OKC is, hey, next few years they're going to be together.
Mm-hmm.
Both are signed, and they can grow some more. And if he is hurt, he come back, try to play healthy. And to me, they've done really well this season.
I mean, they were almost
to
the 6th seed.
Yeah. So I mean,
and then the West is pretty good.
It took some time for them to kind of figure it out too.
He's had a slump at the end of the year.
Yeah, I like them. I like the squad. I like their tenacity, how they play. That's why I thought this series was going to be competitive. But I think Portland's going to get out of it. But yeah, like you said, not ready to call it yet on these guys. But I think it'll be 2-2 going back. That's just how I feel about OKC right now.
All right. And then not the Warriors. Who's the other team?
The Spurs and Nuggets.
Oh yeah, that's such a forgettable series.
Oh God, it's so boring. The Spurs won Game 1.
That's such a forgettable series. I told you gotta get Pop some.
You did.
I said you gotta give him some, and I picked Spurs at 7, didn't I?
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. I was disrespectful. But it's just something about I don't think the Nuggets was ready. But Jamal Murray showed up in the second game.
Yeah.
It was pretty much all him. Jokic got his triple-double in the first game, but it's just
he's still growing.
It just seems like you can work around their better players.
Yeah, they're different. Their dominant players aren't the dominant like you said, you can't avoid them.
Yeah.
You can avoid them. There's ways to work against this team where you could be successful.
And I think Pop schemes better than anybody in the league. So you let this guy get off and you shut everybody else down, and that's pretty much how they're Pop.
Hey, you're here. Issachar Watchman. Pop's the greatest coach ever. Yeah, okay, that's fine. But how about those Pistons, though? You must stand before a jury. We're not going to backtrack. You're going to have to go back and listen to the segment.
Of your peers.
But you must stand before a jury of your peers and answer for this debauchery, this disgrace, this embarrassment. Yes, it is.
Debauchery?
Yes, this embarrassment that is the Detroit Pistons playing like a D2 college team right now.
Oh, man.
Getting spanked. No Vaseline, no grease. What is happening, Mr. Watchman? Draco Dollar, speak for yourself in the chat right now. Your Pistons look horrible. So Nuggets and Spurs.
Nuggets and Spurs.
What say you?
Oh man, I think the Nuggets' depth is going to hurt them because my man is still trying to play all his people, still trying to get his rotation down. Pop know who he's playing, when he's playing, and how he's going to play. So I'm
still riding the Spurs on
I'm
this?
still riding Spurs.
You don't need light-skinned Blake. He shouldn't play anymore. And we're going to sporadically just comment on this as we go because we honor the comments in our live feeds. Yeah. Sir, you don't need Blake. Even if you had Blake, you look like a D1 college team, but not the Duke Blue Devils. You still get popped by this team. Yeah, I'm with you on it's going to be competitive. However,
you still pick
Nuggets are still winning the series. I think it's back to. I think they're a true 2 seed. I think they're still going to pull their way out.
I think whoever wins this series, and then they have, I think the series that comes next, like Portland versus the Nuggets, Portland versus the Spurs.
This is the 2-7 or the 2-6.
Yeah, I think those will be. I think those
1-8, 2-7, 3-6. Right, Portland.
Yeah, because Houston's going to play.
Houston's going to
play the Warriors in the next round.
Houston gets the Warriors. Yeah. So yeah. Okay.
So
this will be they'll get the
whoever gets to the Western Conference Finals. That'll be a great season because you're not going any further. You know what I'm saying?
So you do
like if it was Houston down there, like you got to make it to the Western Conference Finals. But if you're Portland, Denver, or the Spurs, and you make it to the Western Conference Finals, that's a great season.
That is for those three.
That's a great season.
Yeah, the right 3 teams are in that spot.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. You're right. That's a great season. Yeah, so if you got the Spurs winning it, then they're going to be playing Portland in the next round.
Yeah.
And I think we'll talk about that when we get there. But no, you're right.
All right, so 1-1 Clippers Warriors.
Yeah.
1-1.
Yeah. Injury alert, right? So Boogie goes down. Were you sad?
I was devastated. I was devastated.
Yep.
So Clippers Warriors is not a series that I want to watch.
Right.
Or I thought I needed to watch, right? Wake up the next morning, see Sports Center. What?
Yes, I fell asleep. They were up 31. I fell asleep and they were up 31, sir. Right.
So
I'm like, God, you.
So I'm sitting with my customer. She's like, watch what happens. And so I'm watching replay and I saw Boogie and I was like, no.
You didn't see it happen.
Okay. Oh,
yeah,
man. I was like,
that's the same thing.
That was very, very sad to see.
Yeah. I wanted him to perform. I wanted to see him.
I wanted
it was the Monstars, right? I didn't want to see that actually
I wanted to see him
take his course. And I also was kind of rooting for him to actually perform at a high level and get paid because of the ACL issue from before, the Achilles situation last year, and when they felt like him and AD were about to make a little bit of a run. So yeah, I'm not. I wasn't happy.
You cannot comment on the Clippers, right?
No,
you
didn't tell us anything. Did you pick the Clippers to win the series?
No, he just said it was going to be competitive.
You said it's going to be competitive. I do remember that. It's not going to be competitive, though. I think you just woke up the monster. The sleeping giant is now pissed because the moment you get to talking about the Warriors and saying they can't do something, they're about to flip that switch and do it.
Here's the thing that I don't.
And he gets on my nerves, Beverly. He gets on my nerves.
That's what he's an irritant.
He's an irritant, but
he does his job very well.
Yes, but he's the kind of guy I like to see get done. Like I like to see him get put in.
Yeah, he's definitely an irritant, and you feel that watching it. And so, yeah, I definitely believe KD feels it playing against him.
Right.
How do you take his comment? Because we're hard on Kevin Durant on this show.
Yes, we are.
How do you take his comment with saying, I'm Kevin Durant? You know, like he was like, I know Patrick Beverly's giving you a hard time. He's like, yeah, I just need to be more aggressive, but he's Patrick Beverly and I'm Kevin Durant. Like, just cool it. Like,
So
how do you take the I'm Kevin Durant?
I have a little bit of
Like, it's true.
yeah.
Like, you should feel that way about yourself.
Yeah.
And I feel like this last year, he's puffed his chest out big time, like tenfold. Like, like, you know, I'm one of the best players in the game right now. Like, he's telling people that to reassure himself.
Well, that's the thing, though. See, I have a little bit of that side in me.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of like when people do that.
Okay.
In situations like this.
Okay.
Because it's Patrick Beverly. So, like,
you just found a dude that you hate more than Kevin Durant.
It was like when Lance and LeBron. I used to be like, LeBron would kind of chuckle like this guy right here.
Yeah.
Like, to me,
yeah,
I'm going, bro.
But that's an argument within itself. LeBron would laugh this off. LeBron wouldn't get a double technical with Patrick Beverly.
No, he wouldn't. But he would laugh it off, and he still would comment or say something underhanded in the press conference.
Mm-hmm.
And so when they do stuff like that, I'm okay with that because I don't think it's them reminding themselves.
Okay.
I think it's them reminding everybody, like, y'all understand what we're talking about here, though? Like, like AI once said, we're talking about practice.
Okay.
So I'm okay with that statement.
Y'all understand? Y'all asking me Patrick Beverly questions.
Exactly.
And I'm Kevin Durant.
If this were Kevin Durant, LeBron, and he tried to pull y'all know I'm Kevin Durant, right?
Yeah.
Then it's like, bro, that's LeBron, right?
Yeah.
That's why we're asking you because you're getting done in by LeBron right now.
Okay.
Like, so to me, it's different. I'm okay with that comment in that context because it's like Marcus Smart. If he irritates somebody and they like, Marcus Smart, dude, I'm like, bro, I'm one of the top 5 players worried about Marcus Smart. and then I like to see what happens on the court after that too. So that makes it a little fun for me.
All right. So you didn't feel some type of way about that statement.
I didn't, even though we definitely are hard on Mr. KD, Issa. We are hard on him. But no, I was okay with that one.
Okay.
Finally, stand up for yourself in a more manly macho way.
Yeah, I just feel like he just been real chest puffy all year.
He has.
Like he kind of been building himself up.
Yep.
And in a way, in the media, for him to just like getting ready to stand on his own 2 feet.
Exactly. That's what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
And because we know what's up next.
Yeah, we know he out.
Yep.
So
Nick says Warriors equal dysfunction. I don't think so.
Here's the thing. I think Steve Kerr gives them a level of freedom that most coaches don't get.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just watched something. I think it was 60 Minutes that is did, and my man asked KD a question. He was like, after practice, well, not after, but like during practice, coach gives us individual time. Like we're not running sets.
Yeah.
Nobody's getting coached up. He just lets us break apart and work on our own games.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's really not common in the NBA,
right?
Especially when you got
coaches
a roster like this. Yeah.
Yep.
So just to let the guys break off and do their own thing, let the young guys work out with the older guys, and just have that moment to yourself where you can hone your game or a specific part of your game leading up to the the next game up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's dysfunction. I just think they have a level of freedom that a lot of other teams don't get because they're 3-time NBA champions.
Yeah, and that's fair. I don't.
2 times?
2, 3. No, 3 times.
3-time.
Yeah, 15, 17, and 18.
Okay.
No, I think it's fair. I think that they're just different. The way they do things is different. Warriors are winning it all, and LeBron's not getting any more rings. Says the Watchman. Hey, listen, you gotta stop. Okay. No, you know what? I'm not gonna say what you gotta do. You can do what you gotta do. No, yeah. So. On this show, we love our folks in the chat. We appreciate your comments. Thank you very much. We agree on the winning it all. The LeBron not getting more rings. You like to add these really powerful, strong, profound statements onto your comments, which is interesting. I'm not falling into the LeBron trap tonight. We could debate that another day. How about those Pistons, though? Like, let's not talk rings. Are they getting a win in this series, sir?
Yeah, like, go on the record.
Go on the record. You're on the record for saying these guys are the 04 Pistons, and they're going to shock the world. Are they getting a win in this series? What we're asking. In regards to this series, the Clippers and the Warriors are going to win this series 4-1.
Okay.
I don't think this
No
is
more.
No more.
Okay.
The Warriors are a type of team. They will learn from
Poke
that
the bear.
31. You poke the bear. You get to talking and all that. Let's go ahead and handle this. They will win this series 4-1. That's my take on it.
Yeah, I think they got real complacent and just, let things get out of hand.
Mm-hmm.
And, they missed some shots. They made some shots. And I think if they just lost the game, right, it's just you were being complacent,
right?
Whatever. But, I mean, they lost a 31-point lead. That just means you just stop caring at a certain point. You stop running your sets and you just went through the motions because you thought you won the game already.
Yeah. Those types of reminders for teams like that, they turn that around.
Yeah. So
come on. Oh,
Bad boy Pachulia
is coming for Giannis.
Bad boy Pachulia.
So he says they are getting a win.
Bad boy Pachulia. I think that's worse than we getting a win.
We have to get
the
bell will be here.
I think you're tarnishing the name of the bad boys by calling him Bad Boy Pachulia.
We might have to get 2 bells. We might have to get like a regular bell and then get like just a ludicrous
air horn.
Yeah.
And then for the simple fact they say he's coming for Giannis, let you know that a player on your team is one of the dirtiest players in the NBA.
And you're okay with that.
And you're okay with him injuring a player on purpose.
You're okay with that.
Because he's done it multiple times before. That's just my take on that.
Sweet.
But yeah, I don't see the Clippers winning another game. I didn't see them winning one game. So you're not going to tell me. I'm not going to pick a game where the Clippers win another one.
Right. It took a 31-point comeback to get a win.
Right.
Yeah.
But if I'm the Rockets, I want to finish off the Jazz as soon as possible.
Hey, you better get done.
As soon as you cannot let up because you need as much rest and focus and film to get ready. They gave you a 1-game lead, right? They gave you an opening.
So an extra day.
Now they have to figure out a rotation without Boogie, which is not going to be hard.
Nope.
Because you just throw Iguodala in there and you're fine, right? They're used to playing small ball.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
What was it? The Huntington lineup, the Huntington 4, South Beach.
What was it?
Some bougie place for
the Hampton 4.
Yeah, there we go. So yeah, I don't see them struggling anymore. I just want to hurry up and get to the Warriors and the Rockets.
Yeah,
because that's the Eastern, that's the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah,
that's going to be most competitive series in these playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Because whoever comes out the East, I just need to see more, right? I want to see Giannis. I want to see Giannis versus Toronto. I want to see Giannis versus Philadelphia. I want to see Giannis versus everybody, just so I can feel confident enough in these Bucks going against the Golden State Warriors.
What does Milwaukee have to do for you to feel confident?
Sweep everybody.
Okay, so they got to be 15 and they got to be 12 and 0 going into the finals. Okay.
Dominance, just Giannis 30 and 12, just like just destroying everybody. I'm talking about Philadelphia. I'm talking about Toronto, Boston. You got to play at least 2 of them teams.
Okay.
And just blow them all out.
Gotcha.
And just get there.
I had a feeling you were going to say that. I think they.
You can't lose one game.
I think they can lose a game. I think they can lose a game. I think they can lose 2 games. I think they might lose one against Toronto and one against Boston. But I can see them going into that series at like 10-2 and feeling real strong about it. Now, if it gets murky between now and then
if they get like 6-game series,
and then it gets challenging. Nobody's ready yet. No, I'm with you on that.
You got to pop everybody that's in front of you for me to feel like, okay, y'all got a shot.
Right.
But for right now, I think people get mad when they say KD ruined the league. But for right now, for the simple fact that we say whoever on that bottom bracket makes it to the Western Conference Finals, that's a win for you. That should tell you something.
Right.
Because nobody expects them to beat the Warriors.
Yeah.
For anybody to say whoever gets out the East, you win 1 or 2 games, you should be very happy about the run that you made in this season.
Yep.
Because you got 2 games against the Warriors. That should let you know.
You are on record. Yes. You have really gone ahead and just said, listen, this is how I'm going to go.
Yeah, just so this is just it's just when it's a foregone conclusion, it's just not fun no more.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I know you said that in the past, and you're right.
It took you a season to get on the boat.
Yeah,
but you there
it
now.
is a foregone conclusion this year, and I found myself actually watching the Warriors differently because now I'm not rooting against them.
Mm-hmm.
So you can kind of enjoy them, learn how to enjoy kind of their style of basketball.
I would never enjoy it.
Yeah.
Well, okay,
I'm enjoying their style of basketball.
I enjoy when Steph kills people.
Yeah. Yeah, when they demoralize people with the 3-ball.
Yeah.
When they're doing it to your squad, it's different.
It's different.
But I'm trying to appreciate just the game as a whole because you kind of know how this all going to turn
out. All right, cool.
Update from the playoffs right now, 5:34 to go according to the ESPN app. 5:34 to go. 76ers are up 47-44. They were up a little more at halftime, but it looks like the Nets have made a little bit of a run in the second half. And it's the second quarter. Excuse me. 47-44 with 5:20 to go in the second quarter. That game is on TNT.
And then Nuggets Spurs
at 9 on NBA TV. Warriors Clippers tonight, 10:30 on TNT. Golden State is favored in that game.
All right, cool.
So as always, we appreciate everybody in our live feeds. Thank you very much for hitting us up. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the shares. If you haven't already shared it, please do. Make sure you share. Make sure you like. Make sure you let somebody know, hey, every week we're here. And with our secretly unnamed studio that we're in now, we're actually mobile. So we could show up on a Tuesday, could show up on a Wednesday, but we'll put it out there. We'll let you guys know when we show up. Also, don't forget to go on our SoundCloud and go on iTunes, either or both. You can go on SoundCloud on like your laptop, go on iTunes if you have an iPhone or some type of Apple device, and subscribe to those so you get the alert when we put up the podcast. You can also follow us on Instagram at Academy Sports Show. You can follow us on Facebook at Academy Sports Show as well. You can follow us on Twitter at Academy Sports Show. So do that so you'll know what's going on, when it's going on. You know something happens in sports, we're going to talk about it. We're going to give you our opinion. We're going to debate. We're going to go back and forth with each other. And we'll even go back and forth with you. Just ask, is the car watching on YouTube? So with that being said, as I said before, we appreciate you guys. Make sure you share, make sure you like, and follow us on social media as we continue to grow this thing. We appreciate all your support. And, of course, we appreciate our sponsors.
You know it. Speaking
of support,
Mike Voss Plumbing, both, licensed and assured. Voss Plumbing provides top quality plumbing and services at great prices. Whether it's just getting up the cold, waterproofing, or just daily home services, you want to call the man, the myth, the legend.
313-304-7786.
Or VossPlumbing.com. You can see the map that shows all the areas that they service. You can get your quotes on all the services that they provide. But we suggest you call the man.
313-304-7786.
Tell them the guys from the Academy Sports Show sent you. And he'll tell you himself that he is the real MVP. Most valuable.
Also, big shout out to our new sponsor, Nick Bowers. We appreciate you, man. So you see how we're building relationships on the show. We appreciate you and the team, the home team at Kellen Williams Lakeside. Hit them up, check them out. We're going to post their information on our page, and we'll also, if you go back and listen to the show, you'll hear us talk about them. But again, all that real estate, anything you're trying to do, hit Nick up at 586-634-9419. He'll be able to help you out, or he'll hook you up with his home team, and they'll help you out in some way, shape, or form in the metropolitan area. So we thank you, Nick, for joining us, joining our sponsorship team. Anybody who wants to get on that same team with us, hey, hit us up. You can hit me up. You can hit Dre up. You can DM us separately on our pages, or you can hit us up at academysportsshow@gmail.com, or hit us up on Facebook through message or IG through message, and we will get you tied in, and we can shout you out on this show and get your name and business out there. So, hey, let us know what you want to do.
Most definitely. Big announcements coming soon, man. Make sure you stay close to all those social medias. Don't shout it out. As well as we're gonna do a draft show live. So make sure you're in house for that. See who the Lions pick, whether you like it, love it, or hate it. Most likely you're gonna hate it. So be on the lookout for that. And then just let's see what the week of sports provides for us. We know we got when you come back, we'll recap those playoff games.
Yeah, the first round should be over by the time we come back home.
But the sports world always provides.
Always provides. And we are thankful and grateful.
All right, on behalf of myself, Andre Douglas, your host, your
Rough day with this
host, Joel Williams.
Hey, good show, great show. Thanks for the love, Nick. We appreciate everybody. See you guys next week. Peace.
Yikes. That's funny. Can't talk today.